Sam, thank you for joining me in my local African restaurant that I always come to every time.
It's a privilege, man. It's a privilege, honestly.
Thank you.
It's a lovely place. Good food as well, so.
What, you don't even know that yet? You haven't had anything?
Bro, I know, I can tell.
You can tell. We haven't caught up in a long time, obviously COVID and me being in America and all that stuff, but I have been following your career and your journey from afar. How was your game? How was your first game?
Offense was doing really good. First 5 plays of defense, forced fumble, turnover, and then we just kind of had the ground running. We was just trying to be as dominant as possible and just being aggressive. Everybody running to the ball. Yeah, man. It was just a really sick experience. And especially getting the W as well, it's kind of like the icing on the cake as well. Like everything.
You don't want to go to another country and
just get whooped. You know what I mean? Like, that's dead, man. We told ourselves that we're not going back home with the L. So we got the W, and obviously, I got a couple plays myself. You know what I mean?
What did you do?
I got like 2 pass breakups.
Let's go.
Only allowed 7 yards, and I think they only went up for 1 score. I think the score was 40.
You guys destroyed them.
I think the score was 40 something to 8.
Destroyed
40 something to 8.
Destroyed them.
Yeah.
I was just happy that you guys finally got the opportunity to kind of showcase all the hard work that you guys are putting through in the UK. I know there was some frustration there. Every time I came down, it really was.
We was just eager to play anybody, bro. I'll be so real. There was points of times where it was just fam, you just want to play anybody. And then the combine happened, and then that was kind of a cool experience. Actually, the combine was before the game.
Tell me about that.
This was actually my first one since 2019.
Okay.
So I was just eager just to actually get a 40 down. I think I ran a 4.6, 4.62, 4.63.
Humble brag.
Yeah.
Humble brag.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I run a 4.62. I'm joking.
See how this guy always can, you know what I mean? I actually can't.
I gotta set the. You know what
I mean? But yeah, man.
What was that change from you moving from the offensive side to defense?
To be fair, looking back at it, it was actually easier than I thought it would be. Because when I was actually in the moment, I was just nah, man, this is long still. I want to be a wide receiver, but
the glory of being a touchdown.
Because remember when Odell came to London, I had a picture of him, and that was my inspiration. That was actually the guy that one of the guys that got me into actually be interested in playing football. When he came, I was fam, this is gas. So that was kind of just my whole momentum, it was just being shifted. So when I went to DB, it was a lot to take in, because I was kind of long. Shout out to Coach Ian for making that decision as well. He was kind of just I think you can progress way much more in this field. And then I learned. So I feel I would have learned. I learned a lot more than I would have being a receiver, because the whole brotherhood and the defense of
it's a different vibe.
It's a different vibe, man. You know what I mean? It's a different vibe. You know what I mean?
Mentality is different.
Yeah, man. Just have to be a dog 24/7. You get it? So how was the whole process from you moving
from a tight end to a defensive end?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So, when I was training initially, I was kind of doing a little bit of both, but I was so light. I think I was 230. So then my main focus was being a tight end. I was looking up to people like Jimmy Graham, Jason Witten, all these other guys. It's like you said, I thought that was me. I thought I was going to be a touchdown catching type of person. But when I went, I didn't have the opportunity like you guys had in the academy to kind of learn and figure out who I was. So all the mistakes I was making was in the NFL. So then there was you know what, just because you don't have time and the learning curve is so high, we're just gonna put you on defense. And I was explosive enough, and it was just the easier learning. It was more of a see ball, get ball. Like you said, the mentality was different.
Yeah.
So but it was tough. I think there was two reasons why I went to defense. So the first reason was they put me in the slot as a tight end, and then I got in the 3-point stance. Yeah. So then they all looked at me like, what's going on? What's he doing? Why is he in the 3-point stance? You know what I mean? And he's not attached.
Aye.
So then, but then the second one was, I think Tony Romo was in the huddle, and he gave the plays. Offense has ridiculously long plays for what reason, I don't know why. And then he has 2 attached plays. So he has first play, kill, and then he says the second play.
Yeah.
I know, I memorized the first play. I sit down, I line up, he doesn't see the coverage that he likes, he kills it. And then obviously when you kill it, you have to know the second play. I'm like, what's the second play? Everybody's locked in, focused, reading their keys.
So you was probably attached to the tackle, just like,
to the tackle, like, hey, what's going on? And the tackle was just like looking at his defensive tackle and defensive end, getting ready. And I'm disturbing him, like, tell me my play. What's my play? And it's not his responsibility, it's mine. And especially at that level, you should know your job already.
Yeah.
So let me introduce you. I got to let them know who you are. This is Uncle. This is Baba Foundations. This is the man himself. Okay.
Nice meeting you all. Enjoy your meal.
Will do. Yes. So right now we've got some suya. Uncle, what meat? And some killer. There you go. And this is some plantain. Nice little star.
Peanuts. Quick thing.
Oh my gosh. I don't even care about the camera. I'm just gonna concentrate.
I was literally
let's just do it. Bro, we're not even at all, we're just gonna eat now.
No, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know what you thought this was, but
every time I'm in London, I have to come here. Every time.
What, it's just it's my definite.
It's home.
Thank you.
Okay, plantain or plantain?
Plantain. Simple. If I ever hear something, like, it's all of magic, like Caribbean, Jamaican, like they say, no, it's plantain. No, it's plantain, bro. Like, it just hurts my head, like.
Yeah,
bro, shut up.
How's your trip to the US?
It was good, man. It was like kind of like my first experience of like talking to like US coaches and stuff. So it was a really humbling experience, but it was a really like eye-opener just everything, to be honest. I like the American competition as well, that I did well against, especially.
Bro, they're just guys.
Yeah.
They're just guys, and I wanted you guys to be exposed to that, because I feel like when we're here, we don't really see that, and you guys kind of hype up and put them on this pedestal because obviously it's America and all that stuff, but I just needed you guys to know that the talent that you guys have, obviously the level of coaching and exposure to the game isn't the same, but with that, if you thrusted in that same environment, you guys can thrive in the same way they are.
No, 100%.
Even more because of where you come from, and I feel like you guys have that advantage.
Yeah, and that's like my first time against American competition, so like that's kind of just like a statement with like the whole thing with like the NFL Academy and like how the testimony of like what coaching is at the academy itself. It's no joke. Like when people say like the coaching is really good, it's really good. I still had to make a lot of decisions for myself of whether I actually still wanted to do it, because like the first couple months of the academy was really, really like pounding to the metal. Like we was grinding. Like there was times where I just really didn't want to practice, whether it was, and this is when I was like soft. Like this is when it was like, oh, it's raining and they're mad heavy, and I'm not trying.
You're from North, so I get it.
See how he's
from Enfield, I get it.
Chill.
I'm joking.
You know what I mean? Just trying to bet on my girls and that.
I'm not doing that. You're not gonna be there for long anyway, man.
Yeah, man. Hopefully.
No, put Enfield on the map, man. Forget that. Don't even look at it like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, big up Enfield on that.
Big brother, in that.
No, honestly, big up the academy, because like it gave me opportunities where I never thought I would have had. Because like I remember like when I was like, this is gonna make you smile. I was 15, bro. Like I was watching like NFL Undiscovered with you, Alex and Alex Jenkins, like all the man. Like I was thinking, I was like 50 years old. I was like, hi, my name is Samuel Isiguzo. I'm 15. I want to play in the NFL. Like now I'm sitting down with you. Like you're my boy now. Like I consider you as like my brother now. Like you get it? And like I remember back then I was watching you. I was like, bro, if they don't take this guy, I'm gonna be. I was waiting for the next episode. I was just like, if they don't take this guy, I'm gonna be vexed. Did you get it? But no, man. Like honestly, just the whole growth stage within the past 3 years has been mad.
I'm proud of you, man. Honestly, like how far I've seen you from a young buck to where you are now. Like, and I'm honestly
since Tottenham, bro.
I'm telling you, and I'm proud of you.
Tottenham time,
for real. You see the trials in Ghana?
Gosh, I found that so cool, man. I actually found that so sick. Like,
bro, imagine,
bro. And wasn't there like 3 guys from Nige that like got put from? I think there was one guy that got to Kansas. There was 2 other tackles that went to Arizona, and
I think there's one in New York as well.
Yeah. Bro, that's so cool, man. Honestly, if for the people that haven't been Nigeria, like Nigeria's a lovely place. Don't get it twisted, but like there's some parts of Nigeria where it's just not nice.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like the whole point of like just kind of have to make your way up from nothing. And a sense of just like finding just different scraps just to make your way of living. But like, and those guys have lived it. Like, and for them to just go from like to this point to playing in the NFL,
It's amazing.
And like for the combine to happen as well, that's just more people just for like even from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Congo, South Africa, from Malawi, like anywhere, bro. Like I actually find that so sick.
I think so too, honestly, I do. My thing is always opportunity, you know, like for a long time being here, my hands were tied, like just not being legal, being an immigrant, all of that stuff. And just when I started playing, it just opened so many doors and let me leave the country. First time, like I said, first time in America, first time, you know, being on the field, first time, just a lot of first times.
Yeah, man.
And that's through American football. And honestly, I owe it everything. And that's why I'm so happy that there's so much things that's happening, like the academy, the IPP, the London Games, the NFL Africa that's happening, and it's going to give other people in similar situations or even worse situations that I was in, the opportunity.
If I don't make it into some sort of like pathway of if I don't make it to where I want to like be in American football, the last thing that I want to know is that like I've made some sort of impact within like my community, whether it has to be like North London or like back home within my family, to know that like there's some sort of like their knowledge about American football is growing. Do you get it? And I know that I've already done that, so like whatever comes now is literally just a bonus, because I know that I'm fulfilling my purpose.
Yeah.
And like what God wants me to do for my friends and family and stuff.
Bro,
so
you are so mature, man. Like, when I was your age, I was not this mature. I didn't even know.
Nah, man.
I'll be honest, you are way so mature, way beyond your years, man. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
Just trying to make it, man. Just trying to get forth. I'm trying to be like you, bro.
You're trying to be like you,
bro. I'm trying to be like you, fam. You know what I mean?
Bro, be better than me.
Yeah.
You won't be. You're already better than me. I see your feet work. I saw your footwork. I saw you. So here we have egusi with pounded yam. Eba and egusi.
Yes.
This is my favorite food in the entire world. Every time I feel homesick, every time I feel out of place because of traveling and experiencing different cultures, I always have to make sure I come home. I try and this is what reminds me of home.
Yes.
Enjoy your meal.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Banging in it.
Banging.
Banging in it.
Oh my god.
Boy.
Oh.
It's no joke. That's what my dad always say. Please. Don't disturb me, please. I'm eating, please. Fried rice or jollof rice?
Oh, it depends on how I feel.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's because like You know, like when you're just feeling a little bit more peckish, you'll go for the fried rice.
Exactly.
But if you're really trying to eat, like I could eat like a whole bowl of jollof rice and I'll be good.
And let's eat African food I like, man.
Yeah.
You know,
But
gives me my powers.
That's what I mean, bro. That's why I'm like this, bro. I wasn't built like this.
Gives me my powers, man.
You know what I mean? Big up Mumsy in this, but
Of course.
how was the move from Buffalo to Washington? How are you finding everything from like trading from like different teams and stuff?
Honestly, I've only been there for a short time, but it just feels very familiar because there's a lot of coaches. Well, obviously Ron Rivera,
Your head coach,
my head coach at Carolina Panthers, one that gave me my start in the NFL, believed in me. So it's really nice to be there. No, but I like it. I really like it. I think this is it's a really good place for me.
Does it feel like home?
Yeah, it does feel like home. There's lots of talent on the D-line. You already know.
Yeah.
You know, so it's nice to be in part in that room. Very young team.
Young team as well.
Very young team. So you know there's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of like,
A lot of juice.
a lot of competition. So it's just nice to kind of be in that environment. Like I said, Ron Rivera creates a really good environment for guys. So I know that a lot of people are going to thrive and succeed in that. So honestly, I'm excited.
That's so sick.
That's the best I've ever felt.
Really?
That's
great, man. I can't lie. I'm mad happy to see still.
Best I've felt, the most I've learned about the game. I'm ready.
I think from a fan personal view, I think you're at like your peak. Like right now, I think like this is like your high years of like, because you've been in like the league for a minute now, and like you've grown so much and like you have bare experience and you're a talented player yourself. So there shouldn't be a reason why you shouldn't throw.
Stop it.
Nah, bro. Nah, for real. I'm being.
Stop it.
Stop. No, stop.
Well, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for eating with me.
I appreciate it, man. This is the least I can do.
It was a pleasure. And honestly, like as always, like I don't need to say it, but I'm invested in you guys' journey, in your journey specifically as well. I'm super proud of you and everything that you've accomplished in these last 3 years. And I'm excited to see where you're about to go and where you're about to be.
Thank you, very appreciate it.
You're welcome.
No, left hand.
Never the left.
If you're Nigerian, you know.
There we go.
Appreciate it, guys.
There you go.
All right.
You was raised right.
Yeah.